Alright, this is just a real quick summary on tapcons. I had to put the shelf up against the concrete wall. The fasteners used for that are called tapcons. For these funny blue looking jobs. If you're lucky you buy these, you'll get a drill bit with them. If not, inside the package is always a little sheet that tells you, this will usually be where you can read it. The anchor diameter, and tell you the drill bit you need to use. The drill bits, I usually show you a larger one just for the exaggeration purposes. It's got that little flared out little thing. They look like this, look different, so they'll drill through the concrete. You want to make sure the tapcons are about 1.5 inches longer than the material you're going in. So these were 2 3/4 inch. That's not the ones I used, but anyway, so you basically drill holes in your shelf large enough diameter so the tapcon will slide right through it, because you don't want to be fighting the wood. You want the tapcon to be sinking into the concrete and pulling the shelf up into itself, so it's nice and tight. Unfortunately, I already did this one, but concept just to review. So you drill the holes. In this case, I had 6 of these. These particular ones, these are 5/16 heads. Anything that has a bolt head on it is much preferable. You can use a screwdriver to get these, but since you're going into concrete, I much prefer being able to put some torque on them. I'm not sure why I ended up with those, but this would be like a number 3 bit, and it'll actually tell you that into what size fastener to use on the end of it. What kind of a installation tool. It'd be a number 3 Phillips or a 5/16 socket size. So you drill, you basically put your shelf where you want it. In my case, it's going right there. Drill those holes in there. You hold this thing up. You stick your drill bit on your drill. Electric drills work great as you wear out your portables, but if you don't, got a good portable, it'll work too. So you drill into the wall. Make sure you go far enough that the tapcon is going to go. So you drill in far enough so that the tapcon is going to seat on the material you're using. Drill that. In this case, I went ahead and drilled this one. Stuck the tapcon in there just a few turns so I could go over this side, stick a level on top, make sure it's level, tag this one the same way, drill in just a little bit, and you can drop the whole thing. You can drill those holes, well, you can actually tag that one too. Drop the whole thing, go ahead and complete your drill holes through those positions. Stick it back in place, you slide those through there, get them started a little bit, tighten them up pretty tight so they're snug. Then you have this in place, and then you go up and you drill these. You have to drill these at an angle, but you do the same thing. You drill these 3. In this case, this is soft wood and the fasteners are sinking right in there, so I went ahead and put 3 big wide area washers on the top ones to hold it. Now this thing is got 6 fasteners in there. All the weight will be pushing down. It's not going to push through this. It's not going to rip through those, so this will be good for several hundred pounds. Anyway, that's the basic to that. Then I had a ratchet with an extension and a 5/16 socket to tighten those suckers in. The drill bits actually look like they're too big when you put it next to the tapcon itself. But the only part that sinks into the concrete is the little threads there. So this, I mean, look at it, you think, wow, it's gonna just sink right through it. But all it needs is a little bit. This drill bit makes sure that shaft clears, and the little teeth essentially grab it from there. Alright, so that's how you use the tapcons on the concrete. One of these days I'll get around to doing a full step-by-step on it, but at least that gives you a basic idea.